So, welcome to the Microsoft 365 business license or premium license. So, the first thing that you'll probably want to do is set up multi factor authentication on your mobile phone. To do that, you will sign in to your Microsoft account for the first time. I suggest taking your web browser, and I strongly recommend that you use Microsoft Edge because Edge can sync all of your Microsoft business data um, and back that up. You'll take your Microsoft Edge, and if it's a personal account you're currently using, go to Other Profiles and select Set up a new work or school profile. You'll have this welcome screen here, and you'll want to sign in to sync your data. Next, you'll put in your Microsoft email address and the password that you were provided. For this example, I'm just going to put in a random email address. And I'll put in my password. When you come to this screen, you want to click No. That's because your device is not going to be managed by the organization or business, but simply you're going to be separating business from personal. Now, if the device you're using is strictly for this business, then you can click OK. But I'm going to click No. So you'll see up here that it says Work. And if I click on Work, it'll say Sync is on. Next, let's go to office.com. And let's sign into office.com. So it's going to give you several options if you have more than one Microsoft account. You want to make sure to sign into your same business account or work account that you used to sign into your Microsoft browser profile. So I'm going to use the same email address. And password. And you can check don't show again, stay signed in, yes, and then you can click OK. Microsoft Edge will remember the password. The good thing about being signed in to Microsoft Edge as a work profile and have it syncing is that it's going to sync your and back up your bookmarks, your favorites there, your passwords, and it's going to make it a lot easier in case you're working on a different device and you want to um, work on multiple computers. You'll be able to sync all of your data, your web data. Once you're at office.com, you'll want to click on Install and click Install Microsoft 365 apps. Now, this premium license that you have here has not only all the Office apps, but it also has the desktop version of Outlook. And it has Access, Teams, Publisher, Clipchamp, which is the video editing software. It has Stream, which is the screen recording software. It has Bookings, which is the Microsoft calendar appointment software. It has so much for you to use. So once you install uh, Microsoft Office and all of the apps you have available with your license, you'll be able to access Outlook. Now, I already have Outlook installed. Once you open Outlook for the first time, by the way, if you can't find Outlook, you just search for it by typing in Outlook. Once you open Microsoft for the first time, it will ask you to sign in with your primary business account. Once that happens, you can click on the gear icon in the top right corner and you can add more accounts. You'll see here that I have personal accounts and business accounts related to my work. This means that I can have multiple mailboxes managed in one view, keeping everything separate. The same with my calendar. I have multiple calendars here in one view, but again, everything is separate. So signing in the first time to Microsoft can be challenging because you will need to set up multi-factor authentication on your mobile phone. If you have any questions about that, then you can go ahead and contact me and I'll be happy to help you. We've looked at signing into Microsoft Edge browser, creating a work profile, signing into office.com, going to the install button for the Office programs, signing into Outlook. You can also sign into Teams if you're going to be using that. And Word. At the top right corner of Word, you want to make sure that you're signed into the correct account. For example, this is my personal, so I want to make sure that I'm signed into my primary business account as well. Once you sign into Word, you'll automatically be signed into Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher. Another thing you'll want to do is sign in to OneDrive. I already have OneDrive running on this computer, but I'm going to go ahead and open the app anyway, just to show you what will happen to start the backup of all your files. Now, if this is strictly a business or work computer or device, you'll want to back up your desktop files, your documents, you want to be able to back up everything. So you want to check all the boxes, all the options when given the choice to start the backup. If this is a personal computer, you don't want to do that. So for me, I've got personal running and I've got work running. And I've got one syncing my desktop documents, everything. And I've got the other just syncing files I drop in it. Again, if this is a personal computer, you do not want to start backup of your desktop documents and pictures. But if it's a business laptop or computer that you're using, you do want to start backup of everything. Once you have OneDrive going, you can come back to office.com and click on SharePoint. Now in this example, I have nothing showing yet. To show all of the SharePoint sites that you have access to with your business account or premium account, you want to type in content class : STS _ site. Depending on what you've been given access to, you'll see 3, 4, 5, or more SharePoint sites. SharePoint sites allow you to transfer files and other data and upload those for other people in the team to see. For example, if you come to All Company, and then Documents, you'll notice that it says Public Group and that there's a folder there. A folder might be there. But these documents are available for anyone in the business to see because it's All Company. Some SharePoint sites are private, some are limited to certain people. It depends on your role within the company or the business. If you want to work with these folders or files, say an All Company SharePoint site, if you want to work with the files from a specific SharePoint site, then you can click Sync. When you do that, the sync will appear in your OneDrive folders here. I've already clicked Sync and I've synced these different SharePoint sites. You see I have access to IT administration SharePoint files because I'm in IT. Anything that you do here in the SharePoint folders will be reflected online for everyone else to see. If you delete files from here, it'll delete them from online as well. It's highly recommended that you don't delete files unless you were the one creating them. This is different from the OneDrive, where OneDrive is a record of your personal files or your own work files. SharePoint is a record or a backup of company files. I suggest bookmarking this page here and making sure that you have this bookmarked so that you'll be able to come here quickly in the future if you need it. That concludes the short onboarding tutorial about the features of the business license or the premium license.